Did you know that some people age twice as fast as others and they don't even realize it? It's not just about wrinkles, gray hair, or how many candles are on your birthday cake. The way you think, act, and take care of yourself plays a much bigger role than you've ever imagined. And the worst part? Most of the habits that make you look and feel older are things you do every single day, without even realizing the damage they're causing. The truth is, aging isn't just about time. It's about choices. And if you're making the wrong ones, you might be accelerating the process without even knowing it. Studies from top universities like Harvard and Stanford reveal that your mindset, your adaptability, and even how well you take care of yourself directly influence how quickly your body and mind deteriorate. And that's why this video is so important, because by the time we're done, you'll have a clear understanding of the hidden habits that might be making you look and feel much older than you actually are. But here's the good news. Once you recognize these behaviors, you can take control. You can reverse the damage. You can stay sharp, energetic, and youthful for years to come. The key is knowing what to avoid, and more importantly, knowing what to do instead. So make sure you watch until the end, because in the next few minutes you're going to discover the 3 biggest things that could be prematurely aging you, and I guarantee the third one is something you'd never expect. If you think aging is just about getting older, think again. Let's get started. The hidden cost of negativity, how a pessimistic mindset ages you inside and out. There's a silent force that's accelerating your aging, not just in how you look, but in how you feel and how the world perceives you. It's not genetics. It's not just time passing by. It's your mindset. The way you think, the way you react to the world around you. It all shapes your reality. And if negativity has taken hold, it's doing more than just making you unpleasant to be around. It's actively rewiring your brain, deteriorating your body, and perhaps most disturbingly, sealing your fate as someone others instinctively label as old and grumpy. But why does this happen? What is it about negativity that speeds up the clock in ways you might not even notice? Science has been trying to decode this mystery for years, and the results are staggering. Studies from leading institutions like Harvard and the American Psychological Association reveal that chronic negativity doesn't just change your mood, it changes your biology. Your brain, for instance, is designed to adapt to the patterns you feed it. When negativity becomes your default setting, your brain strengthens those neural pathways, making pessimistic thinking automatic. Over time, this rewiring increases stress hormone production, primarily cortisol, which is directly linked to accelerated aging. High levels of cortisol degrade collagen in your skin, increase inflammation in your body, and weaken your immune system. That constant frown etched on your face? It's not just a reflection of your emotions. It's a physical imprint of the stress and tension your body is carrying. But it's not just the internal damage that negativity causes. It's how it impacts your interactions with others. Whether you realize it or not, your energy is contagious. When you exude negativity, people subconsciously withdraw. Friends call less. Family members engage less. Social invitations start to dwindle. And as your social circle shrinks, your sense of isolation grows, which only reinforces your negative outlook. This cycle is one of the leading contributors to loneliness in older adults, and loneliness, according to a study published in The Lancet, has been linked to an increased risk of dementia, heart disease, and even premature death. You see, negativity isn't just an attitude. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that physically and mentally deteriorates you while pushing away the very people who could help slow the process. What's even more fascinating is how society perceives negativity in relation to age. In younger people, complaints and pessimism are often seen as signs of passion or rebellion. But as people get older, those same behaviors are interpreted as bitterness, as an unwillingness to adapt, as evidence that someone is stuck in their ways. And here's where it gets even more damaging. Once you're seen as grumpy or out of touch, people start engaging with you differently. Their tone changes. Conversations become shorter. You're overlooked in social settings, at work, even in casual interactions. It's a subtle yet powerful form of social aging, where, regardless of your actual age, people begin treating you as if you're much older than you are, simply because your mindset gives off that impression. This isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about recognizing the profound impact it has on every aspect of your life. Your thoughts are shaping your future, sculpting your body, influencing how others perceive you, and dictating your place in society. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're trapped in this cycle. But breaking free from it is possible. The question is, will you? Because as damaging as negativity can be, there's something equally powerful on the other side. Something that can keep you sharp, connected, and youthful for years to come. But before we get there, we need to confront another major factor that's making you seem older than you really are: the fear of change. If you think negativity is a problem, wait until you see what resisting new ideas is doing to you. You know, when I first started diving into this topic, I had no idea how much negativity could impact not just the way we feel, but the way we physically age. It's something that rarely gets talked about, and for the longest time I thought it was just a part of life, something we all deal with but never really question. But the more I researched, the clearer it became. Our mindset is shaping our reality, and negativity is one of the most powerful forces accelerating our aging without us even realizing it. That's why I knew I had to share this with you today. Because once you understand this, you have the power to change it. And if this insight resonated with you, if it made you think differently or helped you see things in a new way, then let me ask you for just one thing. Leave a like right now. It might seem small, but it's the easiest way to show that this knowledge matters and that more people need to hear it. So before we move on, don't leave without hitting that like button. It's what tells YouTube that this content is worth spreading, and it helps this message reach others who need to hear it too. Click it now. But here's the thing. Negativity isn't the only thing making you seem older than you really are. There's something even more subtle, yet just as damaging: the fear of change. Because if negativity accelerates aging from the inside, resisting change is what locks you in the past, making you seem outdated, disconnected, and even irrelevant in the eyes of others. And trust me, this is something that happens more often than you think. So let's talk about it. Stuck in the past. How resisting change makes you look and feel older. There's something deeply human about clinging to familiarity. We all do it in some way, holding on to traditions, routines, and habits that feel safe, comfortable, predictable. But what if this resistance to change is doing more than just keeping you in your comfort zone? What if it's actively aging you, making you seem older in the eyes of others, and even limiting your ability to thrive? Because here's the truth. Nothing makes a person seem outdated, rigid, or out of touch quite like an unwillingness to evolve with the world. And yet, so many people fall into this trap, often without even realizing it. At its core, resistance to change is a survival mechanism. The brain craves efficiency, and familiarity is the ultimate shortcut. When we encounter something new, whether it's a shift in technology, a change in social norms, or even a different way of thinking, the brain registers it as a potential threat. This triggers a stress response, releasing cortisol and reinforcing avoidance behaviors. Over time, this avoidance creates a mental rigidity that limits cognitive flexibility, making it harder to learn, adapt, or engage with the modern world. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, maintaining cognitive flexibility, our ability to learn new things and adjust to change, is one of the most critical factors in preventing mental decline. In contrast, those who resist new experiences are at a significantly higher risk for cognitive stagnation and eventually, dementia. In other words, the less you challenge your brain with change, the faster it deteriorates. But the impact of resisting change isn't just neurological, it's deeply social. The world moves forward whether we like it or not. New trends emerge, new technologies reshape how we communicate, and younger generations bring fresh perspectives to the table. When someone refuses to engage with these shifts, they don't just fall behind, they become invisible. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is discussing new ideas, and you have nothing to contribute because you've dismissed those topics as irrelevant or unnecessary. That gap in engagement creates a sense of disconnect, not just for you, but for those around you. People start assuming you won't be interested, that you won't understand, or worse, that you'll be openly dismissive. And once that perception sets in, it's hard to shake. This is why resistance to change often goes hand in hand with social isolation. Studies from the Journal of Aging Studies have shown that individuals who refuse to adapt to new cultural or technological shifts experience decreased social interaction over time. It's not that others actively push them away, it's that they stop being included in conversations that matter. And once you stop engaging with the world stops engaging with you. That's why older adults who remain curious, open-minded, and willing to try new things are not only perceived as younger, but also live longer, more fulfilling lives. Then there's the professional impact. In today's fast-moving world, adaptability is one of the most valued skills in the workplace. People who resist change often struggle to keep up with evolving technologies, methodologies, or even workplace dynamics. This can lead to career stagnation, job loss, and ultimately, the reinforcement of the stereotype that older individuals are less capable or less relevant in modern industries. And yet, history is filled with examples of people who defied this narrative. Individuals who embraced change at every stage of life and remained at the forefront of innovation well into their later years. The difference? They saw change not as a threat, but as an opportunity. Resisting change doesn't just make you seem older. It actively accelerates the process of aging itself. It affects your brain, your social interactions, and even your professional relevance. But the good news is, it's never too late to break free from this pattern. The key is to stay engaged, stay curious, and most importantly, stay open. Because change is inevitable, but how you respond to it is what determines whether you age with resistance or with resilience. And if you think that's the only factor making you seem older, think again. There's one more habit that might be aging you even faster. One that has nothing to do with your mindset and everything to do with how you treat your body. If resisting change affects how people see you, neglecting self-care affects how you see yourself. And this, more than anything, could be the silent culprit behind premature aging. Let's talk about it. Change is scary, I get it. It's easier to stick with what we know, to avoid the discomfort of learning something new or stepping outside our routine. But here's what I've realized. Staying in the past doesn't just keep you safe, it keeps you stuck. It limits your growth, your relationships, and even your ability to stay relevant in a world that's constantly evolving. And the hardest part? Most people don't even realize it's happening to them. They just wake up one day and wonder why they feel so disconnected, why the world seems to have moved on without them. But here's the thing, you don't have to let that happen. You have the power to adapt, to stay engaged, and to keep evolving no matter your age. And that's exactly why this conversation is so important. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever caught yourself resisting change, even when you knew deep down it was necessary? What's something new you've challenged yourself to embrace recently? Drop a comment below. I read every single one, and your insights might just help someone else break free from this cycle too. And if this message resonated with you, share it. There's someone out there, maybe a friend, a family member, who needs to hear this right now. Send them this video, post it in your group chat, share it on Facebook, because knowledge only grows when it's shared. But resisting change isn't the only thing making you seem older. There's something else, something even more dangerous. Because it doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you see yourself. Neglecting self-care. And this might just be the most damaging factor of all. Let's talk about it. Neglecting self-care. The fast track to premature aging. Aging isn't just about numbers. It's about energy, vitality, and the way you present yourself to the world. Yet one of the biggest reasons people appear older than they truly are has nothing to do with time itself. It's how they take care of themselves. Or, more specifically, how they don't. Because here's a harsh truth. When you stop prioritizing your physical and mental well-being, it shows in your posture, in your skin, in your energy levels, and perhaps most importantly, in how the world perceives you. Neglecting self-care doesn't just make you look older, it makes you feel older, trapping you in a cycle of decline that's far more damaging than the passing years. Let's start with the physical impact. It's no secret that our bodies change as we age, but how we respond to these changes determines whether we maintain a sense of youthfulness or spiral into premature aging. Regular movement, whether it's walking, stretching, or strength training, keeps muscles strong, joints flexible, and metabolism functioning at its best. Studies from the American Journal of Preventive Medicine have shown that even light exercise significantly reduces inflammation, improves cognitive function, and slows down cellular aging. Yet so many people let go of exercise as they get older, assuming it's either too late or too difficult to start. The result? Decreased mobility, increased fatigue, and a body that begins to look and feel much older than it should. Then there's diet. What you put into your body quite literally determines how it functions. Diets high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats accelerate oxidative stress, which speeds up skin aging, causes chronic inflammation, and increases the risk of age-related diseases. On the other hand, a diet rich in whole foods, lean proteins, vegetables, healthy fats, doesn't just keep you feeling younger, It actively slows the biological aging process. Research from Harvard Medical School confirms that people who follow an anti-inflammatory diet have better heart health, improved brain function, and even longer lifespans. So why do so many people neglect this? Because it's easier. Because bad habits are hard to break. But every meal, every choice is either accelerating or slowing your aging process. There is no neutral ground. And yet, self-care is about more than just physical health. It's about mental and emotional well-being too. Neglecting yourself mentally, whether through chronic stress, lack of sleep, or emotional suppression, is just as damaging as a poor diet. Sleep, for instance, is one of the most underrated forms of self-care. When you don't get enough rest, your brain's ability to process emotions, store memories, and regulate stress hormones deteriorates. Your skin loses elasticity, your immune system weakens, and suddenly, you're not just tired, you're aging at an accelerated rate. The National Sleep Foundation found that people who consistently get less than 6 hours of sleep per night have significantly shorter lifespans than those who prioritize rest. And yet, how many people wear their lack of sleep like a badge of honor as if burnout is some kind of achievement? Beyond sleep, there's another form of self-care that's even more neglected: social connection. Isolation is one of the most powerful predictors of premature aging. People who disengage from social activities, stop making new connections, and retreat into solitude don't just feel older, they become older. Research from the Journal of Gerontology shows that loneliness is as detrimental to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Social interaction keeps the brain sharp, reinforces emotional resilience, and provides a sense of purpose. Yet many people withdraw as they age, either because they feel they don't belong or because they assume the world has moved on without them. Neglecting self-care isn't just about skipping workouts or eating unhealthy food. It's about neglecting yourself on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally. And once that neglect becomes a habit, it reshapes your entire existence. You become less engaged, less energized, less interested in life, and the less you invest in yourself, the less the world invests in you. But here's the thing, this cycle can be broken, because just as neglect accelerates aging, intention reverses it. The way you treat yourself determines how others treat you, how you move through the world, and ultimately how long and how well you live. So now, the real question, what are you going to do about it? Because the truth is, looking and feeling old has less to do with time and more to do with the choices you make every single day. And now that you know that, you have the power to change everything. Now I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, how much of your daily routine is actually serving you? How many of your habits are keeping you healthy, energized, and youthful? And how many are quietly working against you, making you feel older, more tired, more disconnected from life? Because here's the truth, aging isn't just about time. It's about the choices you make every single day. The way you treat your body, the way you nourish your mind, the way you engage with the world around you. That's what truly determines how young or old you feel, and more importantly, how you are perceived by others. But here's the best part, you are in control. No matter where you are right now, no matter how many years you've spent neglecting yourself, you can start making different choices today. Choices that will not only add years to your life, but will make those years richer, more vibrant, and more fulfilling. Because the people who truly transform their lives aren't the ones who just consume information and move on. They're the ones who take action, the ones who make a decision to change, to improve, to grow. And if you've made it this far, I know that's exactly the kind of person you are. So here's what I want you to do right now. If this video resonated with you, don't just watch, take action. Hit the like button to show that this message matters. Drop a comment and tell me what part of this video impacted you the most. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover, and I want you to be part of this journey. Let's break these habits, let's take control of our future, and let's age with strength, clarity, and purpose. Together. Wait, don't leave the video just yet. Since you made it this far, I have a special bonus for you. There's one crucial mistake that many people make as they get older, and it's silently pushing others away, without them even realizing it. Even if you follow every tip we've talked about today, this one mistake can undo all your efforts and make you seem invisible to the people around you. Now, you already know how negativity, resisting change, and neglecting self-care can make you look and feel older. You understand that aging isn't just about the passage of time. It's about the choices we make every single day. But what if I told you that the way people treat you as you age isn't just about your habits, but about something much deeper? There's something happening beneath the surface, something that shifts the way others perceive you. And if you don't recognize it in time, it can leave you feeling ignored, undervalued, and completely disconnected from the world around you. And here's something that almost no one talks about. Have you ever noticed that as people age, they seem to become less relevant in the eyes of others? That their opinions are dismissed, their presence overlooked, and their social circles start to shrink? But why does this happen? Is it just a natural part of aging, or is there something more going on? The truth is, there's a shocking psychological reason why people gradually stop caring as you get older. And the worst part? You might be making it even worse without realizing it. What if there was a way to stop this from happening? To make sure you stay respected, valued, and connected no matter how old you are? The answer is in the next video. If you want to understand why people stop caring about you as you age, and more importantly, how to prevent it, click on the video that's on your screen right now. Don't miss this, because what you'll learn next could completely change the way you see aging forever. I'll see you there.